Hi guys, well today we are going to be taking a look at the ASUS Matrix Platinum GTX 980 Ti. Now there's been many pictures, rumours and speculation about this card circulating for many months now, and we're really pleased to be able to finally give you a detailed look at its design, its features and its performance, because this Matrix card is shaping up to be one of the fastest and most feature-packed GTX 980 Ti's that you can get your hands on. The Matrix Platinum utilises the direct CU2 cooler and therefore takes advantage of a dual cooling fan configuration. By their very nature, Matrix cards are tailored towards extreme overclockers, and as such, this card adopts a lineup of features for advanced tweaking. Okay, so I'm sure you're all really intrigued as to how much this card costs. Well, make sure you are sitting down for this one. £659 in the UK, $750 over in the States, so it's probably not going to win any awards for value for money, but this is the creme de la creme of the single GPU arena, so you know it's tailored to extreme tweakers and gamers. So with that introduction now out of the way, let's take a look at this exciting new card. Okay guys, well we're going to start with a quick unboxing on our Matrix card. So here you can see this is the box that it appears in, and it is probably one of the biggest GPU boxes that we've ever had. And of course, Republic of Gamers, that's the theme that it comes in. Now the front here has a lid which opens out and it gives you a bit of a preview of the card inside, and then we've also got the highlights of the card there, a bit of technical blurb that you can read. Now, over on the back we've got even more features there to read about, and we've got the technical spec and also the ports on the back of the card. Okay, and inside that packaging we've got another box here. It has a plastic lid, the foam padding, and we've got the card itself there, which we're going to take a look at in a bit. And then we have these two adapters to give you 6-pin to 8-pin power. And we have this envelope which inside contains a speed setup guide for the installation. We've got a free game, and then we've got the driver CD with a case badge. Okay, and here is the star of the show. So our Matrix card is colossal in size, and it carries with it the direct CU2 cooler, which uses a twin cooling fan solution. And we're going to have a look at the finer details of this heatsink when we detach it from the card later on. But that shroud is plastic, and it opts for a silver and orange combo. I'm sure you'll agree the design is attractive from a styling point of view. Now I mentioned the size, and compared to the 7970 here, the Matrix card completely dwarfs it. So we're just going to do a quick measurement now, as many of you will undoubtedly be keen to confirm whether this card will fit inside your case. So for the length, Matrix is around about 300mm, getting on to 12 inches. For the width, you're looking at 140mm or 5.5 inches, and then for the height, 50mm or 2 inches. Now Matrix takes the reference settings of a GTX 980 Ti and it nudges the base clock up to 1216 MHz and the memory clock up to 1800 MHz. This card also arrives with 6GB of GDDR5. So all of this translates to a boost, a significant boost, to the rendering configuration, as you're going to see in the benchmark results in the full review. Matrix also uses PCI Express 3.0 and is ready for DirectX 12. Now Matrix will occupy 2 spaces on your board and case, so just make sure that you've got enough room there. On the back panel here we've got a nice selection of ports, all of which are gold plated, and so included here we have one DVI-I giving you up to 3K, triple DisplayPort 1.2s, each giving you 4K at 60Hz, and one HDMI 2.0 which also provides you with 4K at 60Hz. So, you know, nice selection here, nice amount of choice for those of you perhaps wanting to use this card for multi-display configurations. Our Matrix requires 8+8 pin for the power requirements and 650 watt as a minimum. So the reference Ti uses 6+8 pin for the configuration, so a slight bump there in the specifications, but this does make use of a custom PCB and with those extra components, plus of course we've got that factory overclock. Now those power ports have LEDs to indicate whether or not the power is working and is correctly plugged in. So you get a red LED for no connection and white if everything is okay. It's also worth noting here that we have the auxiliary Molex power connector at the very end of the card for those of you wanting to feed in extra power when trying to push the absolute overclocking limits. And there is a safe button there accompanying that Molex power, which will certainly assist with any advanced tweaking, as it means that you can reload and recover the BIOS and the default settings. And we also have a memory defroster switch, which in layman's terms will help to defrost the memory during sub-zero usage, preventing cold bug from occurring. Right next to the power ports we have this ROG logo, which glows and pulsates, and the colour of this logo actually dictates the load level. So for a light load we get blue, for medium load we get orange, heavy load is red, and safe mode is green. And just further along we also have the multi-SLI ports for combining Matrix with other cards. Now just flipping the Matrix card over, on the reverse there we've got this thick aluminium backplate which prevents the PCB from flexing and also protects the components from getting knocked. And ASUS has given the plate plenty of ventilation for those components with that perforated section. We also have a reinforcement brace which supplies even more strength, and you might be able to just make out that very tiny switch there. That allows you to switch between normal mode and LN2 mode, LN2 giving you the unlocked voltage and power. Right guys, well we've taken the heatsink off the Matrix card so that we can take a bit of a closer look at it. And we have to say this looks stunning. Although it's going to be tucked away, we have this sleek black heatsink, and this heatsink utilizes 5 copper heat pipes, one of which is a burly 10mm thick. And over on the reverse there, on the other side, we have those 2 100mm cooling fans. So as we mentioned at the start, this setup comes under the Direct CU2 badge. Now, having that cooler detached means that we can take a closer look at the PCB. As we saw with the DC3 card from ASUS, we also have the extended height on the Matrix board to accommodate that plethora of phases. So Matrix takes advantage of a 14-phase Digi Plus VRM design, and throughout there are super alloy power 2 components. So the chokes and the capacitors are all high spec, and what that's going to translate to is less noise, improved efficiency and better durability when you compare it to a standard TI configuration. And the actual design of this card conforms to the Auto Extreme process, which basically means that the production of this card is all completed by machine, and there are stringent stability and quality control procedures which have been adhered to. So at the heart of Matrix we have the NVIDIA GM200 GPU, and this is the same chip that sits on the Titan X, but it has certain shader units disabled. And next what we're going to do is some quick benchmarks so that we can give you guys a bit of an idea of what to expect from Matrix in terms of the performance. Now we're going to use Tomb Raider and Thief for the testing because they have inbuilt benchmarking tools, and it just makes it a bit easier to demonstrate over video. So if you want to know how other games perform, then please head over to the full review which is in the description. So we're going to start by taking a look at Tomb Raider. Okay, let's just go into options first of all. Make sure that we're running 4K and VSync is off. Quality mode we've got on Ultimate. Okay, and there is our result, average of 53.4, your max is 64 and then minimum 42. And that is pretty good, bearing in mind that the detail preset is set to the maximum and we're running at 4K resolution. Okay, and next we're going to try Thief, and while we do so, we're just going to run GPU-Z at the same time. We're going to record the GPU temperature on its maximum setting. So that is going to record the maximum temperature that it will peak out at, just to give you a bit of an idea of what you can expect in terms of the temperatures when you're running games. And we also just go into the options. We're set to 4K, we've got VSync off, and we're going to have it set to very high. And while we do so, we're also going to take the microphone off and get it near that graphics card, just to give you an idea of what the noise levels are like. Okay, and there is our result, average of 45.9, max 66 and the minimum 37.7. Again, not too bad really, 4K resolution and maxed out. And we're just going to go and have a look at the temperatures. And there we go, 58. That is 58 for the maximum while we're running games. Well guys, that completes our look at the new Matrix Platinum GTX 980 Ti, and I hope you've enjoyed the video today. It's certainly been a very exciting card to kind of get a first-hand experience with and to finally see it in the flesh. It has a very unique but appealing design. Really like what they've done with the styling, the accents, and also that colour scheme. Now if you've watched this video, you'll understand that Matrix Platinum isn't something which is going to be for everyone. There are ports and buttons on there which some users are unlikely to use. The Molex Power, for example, LN2 switch for another. But where this card will satisfy everyone is in the performance. This thing is an excellent solution for ultra high resolution gaming. It tackles those games while offering low noise and low temperatures as well. So in regard to that, compared to a vanilla Ti, the difference is night and day. Now for any detail that we've missed in this video, please check out the full review on Vortez.net. Over there we've got the full suite of benchmarks. You have to appreciate that we can't cover everything in this video. So if you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please do so. Please jump on board. And we've actually just joined Instagram, so if you want a bit of a behind the scenes type of look and teasers as to what is coming up, please follow us. Thanks for watching today guys, take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next video.